Oh, this is like coming home for me.
Yeah.
Well, my very first car when I was 16,
Yeah.
I bought with the money from the shop.
Yeah.
Was a 1972 Beetle.
There we go.
So this is, although this is obviously a 1303,
Yeah.
that was a 1300. It's just the same. Well, it's a bit different
Okay.
dashboard, different windscreen. And
Yeah.
these are interesting because these are relatively unloved. These because
Why? Now, why is that?
well, it's weird because hey up. Just needs
Do you know how
warm
to
up.
drive them? You have
Do,
driven one
do.
of these before.
It's because they're considered to be the least attractive because they have the bulbous windscreen with the high top. They have McPherson struts and a bulbous bonnet, but they actually, for that reason, because they have the IRS rear, they have by far the nicest drive of any air-cooled Beetle.
Right. Okay. Well, that's cool. Now you see, I've never looked at these as being sort of like, you know, horrible versions of the Beetle.
Oh,
and in fact,
she's got a bit of. Come on, old girl.
I like them. You know.
Yeah, she's just
Okay.
a little bit warming up needed, I think. I don't like giving them loads of revs when they're cold,
No.
though.
So now tell me, what I need to know is 1303.
Yeah.
Right. 1302 is a 1303 with a flat screen.
Exactly that. So same kind of McPherson strut arrangement at the front. Flatter screen, the traditional Beetle dashboard. So that's
Yeah.
kind of like a hybrid, halfway between
Okay,
the early ones and the
right.
later ones.
So and 1303S.
It's the 1600 version of this with disc brakes at the front.
Okay, so this is a 1300 engine.
So this is, but it flies along. I have
So,
to say. It's,
well, hold on, but what I don't understand is why call this the 1303,
Yeah.
which 1300. That's okay.
Yeah.
What's the 03 bit?
The 03 is the third iteration of the Beetle. So 1300 is
Yeah.
the classic Beetle.
Okay.
The 1302 is like the Mark II version of that.
Yeah.
With the flat screen, and this is the next generation, what they call the Super Beetle.
Yeah.
Which is obviously the best of everything, is what they thought. They thought
Yeah,
this
sure.
was the future of the Beetle.
Okay, right, okay.
And in terms of, if you want to try and get a modern driving experience, not that any air-cooled Beetle drives particularly modernly,
Yeah.
but this is probably the easiest car for most people who have never driven an old car to get in and drive.
Okay.
And it feels relatively easy to use.
Right. Okay. So you've explained the 1303. So 13 is 1300. The 03
Yeah.
third iteration.
And the S means the sport.
Okay. So hold on. So the sport. So the 1303 Sport
Yeah.
is a 1300,
1600.
but it's not. It's a 1600.
Yeah.
So why is it not the 1603?
That would have made an awful lot of sense, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah.
It really would.
Well, so this is what I need to know.
I know, it just doesn't make any sense. It's very un-German not to be logical and straightforward, isn't it?
There is no. I never understood that. So, but now I do. Now I understand. I understand where I am now.
But let's talk about this particular example. So this is one family owner from new.
Okay. Now it has been resprayed. I can see.
It has.
Yeah. So.
But it's
that's
all
good.
original panels, all
Yeah.
original interior, all
Fabulous.
original headliner.
Yeah.
So it's had a little tidy and a tickle, which I don't mind actually.
No.
And I think the car is nice enough to justify that. And it just drives with a little bit of a flat spot there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you come out of the car and back on, it's lovely. I think it just needs a run, you know. I just think
Yeah. A bit of a run. Maybe a little bit of a setup here and
Yeah.
there. That's good.
But it's just lovely. The gearbox is a delight.
Yeah.
It tracks beautifully. It's just a nice thing. It's just a very easy car to drive. You could use this every single day in the nice weather. I wouldn't take it out in the soul, but I think that this is a car that you could have a lot of fun with. This is, to me, the definition of a practical classic.
You love a Beetle, though, don't you?
Oh, mate,
you
I
absolutely love a Beetle. Okay.
obsessed.
So what's bad about Beetles?
This could be a long thinking time. I can't think of anything
You
bad.
can't think of anything
I suppose
bad
they
about
are a little bit ubiquitous. If you're looking for a classic that's not obvious, a
Yeah.
Beetle is not it, because a Beetle is incredibly obvious. But there's a reason for that. And you said it earlier in our live video. The scene is wonderful.
Yeah, it is
so
brilliant.
many
I mean,
looks.
yeah, basically, buy this, you are buying a golden ticket entrance to a fantastic social club, really.
You are.
Social life.
And of course, bits, you can literally get bits off anywhere. There's a million specialists to look after you. You can get everything on eBay. It'll arrive tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
These are, I mean, I am not by any means the most mechanically gifted person.
I know.
in
Listen,
this-
I know some very lovely VW Beetle specialists.
Yeah.
Especially, you know.
But
I
you
know-
can fix them yourself, that's the thing.
That's right.
They really are, you know, the wings bolt off. If you've got rusty wings, you just bolt new wings on. They really are designed to be very simple to look after. And this is an engine you can take out yourself with a trolley jack
Yeah.
and a socket
And
set.
it comes with the handles on the back,
It
doesn't
does.
it? You know, to get it out.
That was
Otherwise
the
known
first
as
thing I
exhaust
did.
pipes.
Yeah, I did an engine swap when I was 16 on one of these. I just bought a scrap one because I had a knackered
Yeah.
engine. The big ends had gone. It had too much end flow.
Yeah.
And I just bought a spare car, took the engine out, swapped it into my car, and they're just delightful to work on. And this one, because of the condition, it's in exceptional condition. This one's estimated at 10 to 12.
Yeah, okay.
Which is kind of top money for a Super Beetle, but then find another one with this mileage, 46,000 miles, that drives like a brand new car.
Well, okay, so that is very impressive.
Yeah.
And also, we often say, we've said it before, try putting a car together. You know, try doing a project for that sort of money.
Yeah, you
It
can.
will not happen. It won't happen.
And also, Super Beetles are a little bit harder to get the bits
Yeah.
for. But I think to me this represents like the last of the wonderful German super saloons. And there's a few things you can do. Either leave it standard, or you could just do a little mild drop, put some springs on.
What would you do? Would you do a little mild drop?
Yeah, just on the front, because it's McPherson strut. So lowered springs, drop the front down, maybe a set of Porsche Fouche wheels. It would just look amazing. wouldn't it?
So you're all for the looks and not for the VW designed and engineered perfection.
Well, it's
They
good.
put
Do
into
you
it.
want to have a go?
Yes.
Come on, have a go. Come on. Okay, I'll hand you that so it doesn't chip the paint.
Thank you, young man.
So the thing about Super Beetles, I think what disconcerts a lot of people when they get into a Beetle for the first time is the fact your nose is almost on the windscreen. And the beautiful thing about 1303, the windscreen is that little bit further back.
Yeah, you've got a bit of distance.
Door seals are good.
Yeah, they are.
I think you're slimmer than me, like I can't get this around me.
Aren't you?
Did you get that around you?
Yeah, of course I did.
Yeah,
it was a
come
bit
on.
baggy, actually.
Oh.
Okay, right. The bite is way higher up than I was expecting. But there again, I'm not a Beetle driver.
They have a
You see
weird
what I
pedal
did there?
position.
Beetle drive.
Hey,
Beetle
very good.
driver. They do have a weird pedal position. Now, this is the first time that I've driven a 1303 since I drove my sister's 1303S in 1983.
Oh, it's a little bit flat there, isn't it?
Okay, right.
I think it does need a carb setup.
Yeah, I think so.
So to treat it to that if you're going to buy it. But I'm looking around this car and I'm finding very little to do, aren't you?
Yeah. So
Very little to do.
It's been resprayed. You know, it's got all of its original interior. It's in good shape. It just needs to be kept. You know, beautifully dry garage with plenty of airflow around it. So not in the damp or anything like that.
No.
Just somewhere that will preserve it. And somebody needs to own this who is sympathetic and mechanically sympathetic as well. Driving wise, sympathetic too, which is probably not me.
I don't know, I think you're doing a very good job.
Yeah.
Do you like a cheeky double D clutch on the way in as well?
Yeah, that's all right. Or
It just nurses it in, doesn't
or
it?
maybe even nothing. There we are.
Clutchless.
There we go.
Skills, bro.
Proper cheeky.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so
You can tell someone that's driven a lot of old cars by the quality of their gear change.
Yes. Was mine any good?
Yeah, it was
No.
brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Now it does go okay. So we're coming up to our road limit here at 60, and it is actually it's a cross. This car. So I've driven a few sort of standard Beetles, older spec Beetles, and now that I come to this one, it does have different manners, doesn't it?
It does.
a
It's
bit
more modern.
a bit more floaty.
It is. But they can be set up. The handling you can get on a 1303 because there's so many aftermarket handling kits available
Yeah.
for them. There's anti-roll bars, there's adjustable dampers on the front. You can get Bilsteins for these.
Yeah.
If you put Bilsteins on these, honestly, it is like a slow Porsche. That's
Yeah.
how it drives. It's quite a nice experience, isn't it?
It is actually. This is no performance machine,
No,
really.
We must stress that. But I think what's nice about this is you can't speed anywhere anymore. There's always traffic.
Yeah.
You can only drive up to the speed limit anyway. So the joy of a car like this to me now is you can drive this at the speed limit in the flow of traffic and just enjoy it because you're not in a rush.
Yeah, exactly. It's well put together. It's well presented. It sounds lovely. It drives really pleasantly. It is a floaty Beetle. I like it a lot, and what a steal! It's 46,051 miles. It's been with the same family, one family all the way through.
Yeah.
And at £10,000 to £12,000, you could not put this car together.
Well, it would cost you £4 just to paint a perfect shell, wouldn't it? Really?
Yeah, it would.
So then if you take that off, then you're down to 6.
Yeah.
Like, and a nice Beetle in any condition is going to cost you 6 or 7.
There's
that little carb setup, our friend. Oh, give it some, sir. Give it some.
Slight little judder on the clutch at that point, but
it's tight though, isn't it? Everything, the steering is nice on it.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Have you noticed no squeaks or rattles apart from us? But that's just our age.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, this. If I were looking for a Beetle, this would be a Beetle I'd put in serious contention for a place in my garage. That's for sure.
So I would. This is going through on March the 12th. We will be there to watch this go through.
Yeah.
I might even have a cheeky bid myself, you know, on the way up.
Yeah, you like it, do you?
I do. I could add this. I've got a couple of Beetles. I could make it another one.
Yeah, why not? It's a good one to
Oh,
have.
Gordini. Renault 5 Gordini that we've just got in the next sale, just gone past us. That is a beautiful looking car, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm concentrating on this one. I like it actually. You know, I'm not the biggest Beetle fan, but this is one of the loveliest Beetles I've driven.
You could just drive it all day, couldn't you? All day long,
yeah.
all day, every day, to wherever you wanted to go. And also, these are surprisingly frugal. That was the way that they sold them. They were, at their time, an economy car, so you can get 30 odd to the gallon.
Yeah. And, you know, at the time they were a cheap car as well, but brilliantly put together, I think.
I think so. Very clever. Very clever bit of engineering. God bless the Germans. I think we've got Mitsubishi Colt to take out next.
All right, very cool. Very cool indeed.
Right, so there you go. So 10 to 12 grand, going through on the 12th of March.
Yep.
My money would be on having a cheeky bid on that.
Yeah, it's a 1303. It's well put together. Original interior. Well, lots of original stuff. It's gorgeous. Great place to be.
It is. It's very nice. That's getting my thumbs up. I'm going to put my seatbelt back in its little holder, look.
Which is your Beetle thumb?
Why's that not going in there? Oh, there you go.
Do you have a Beetle thumb?
A Beetle thumb?
Yeah. Is it that one? Or is it that
What, for
one?
the thumbs up?
Yeah.
You do that. You do no worries. That's what you do. That's how you know. That's what you do to Beetle owner.
I'm not in the club.
What you did back in the day.
Club, yeah.
It's probably changed now. Talking a very long time
I
ago.
don't know. I think that means something else. In Iceland.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it mean you're a swinger? Right, we're ready for the next rig. Are we on there? Mitsubishi. Look at that. Oh, look at that Gordini. Right, I'm gonna be in your wheelhouse. Thanks, mate. I'm gonna be in your wheelhouse on this next one.
Okay.
The Morris. Oh, this is amazing.